What's up? What's up? It's your boy Paul P. I serve God. I'm not God. This is just my opinion. And welcome to another episode of the Nothin to Something podcast. Man, for the ones who have been here waiting, sorry for keeping you a little bit. But we definitely got a show today. We got a good show today. And I am excited to get to it. Man, we got a good one. I'm just checking everything, making sure everything look good, making sure there's nothing skipping. Let me know, people, when it comes to the sound, let me know the sound is good and everything is good to go. Let me see. Check. All right, cool. Let's get to it. So today we have. Let's get right to the topics, man. Let's get right to it. So today I want to talk about some of the comments that people have been leaving. We're going to definitely touch on that. People have been leaving. How can I say it? I'm going to say a lot of negative. Some maybe questioning me and asking me about certain things in regards to the support that I have been showing, Big U in regards to the trial, right? Well, not trial, in regards to the indictment, and him getting locked up. So again, too, everybody who's watching, let me know how the sound is and everything like that. I want to make sure that the sound is good. So if the sound is not the greatest, let me know that the sound is not the greatest, because I'm hearing a little bit of feedback in my earphones. So let me know if the sound is not perfect, right? All right. So one of the topics that I want to get into is discussing the comments that people have been leaving in regards to the support that I have for Big U. All right. Like I said, it's been a lot of negative comments on some of the clips that I've created. I haven't specifically said who I was or was not supporting, but I guess from my clips and what I was saying about the case, about the trial, about him being indicted. It's not a trial yet, but about him being indicted. People have been taking that as that's me supporting, which is fine. I'm gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about that. Another topic I'm gonna get into today is teenager Carmelo Anthony. That's crazy, man, to have the same name as Carmelo Anthony. Man, that's crazy. But teenager Carmelo Anthony stabbed another teenager, Austin Metcalf, for a seat under a tent. Well, that was originally one of the reasons that led to it. Very sad situation, man. It actually gave me flashbacks when I got stabbed. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. It definitely gave me some flashbacks, though, right? Another topic is Marvin Sapp has been getting death threats. Look, man, I mean, there's a lot of nonsense going on the internet, right? But death threats for what you're saying or what you're doing is crazy. But that's the world we living in. That's the world we live in. I mean, it makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Death threats. Because of what I say on here, you want to kill me. You want to take me out. You don't want me to breathe anymore because of what I say. Look, I don't agree with the guy. And we're going to talk about it. But I don't agree with the guy at all. I don't agree with Pastor, brother Marvin Sapp at all. But death threats. Crazy, man. Crazy. We're going to talk about it, though. Another topic I want to get into is Cardi B. Cardi B said that she is anointed by God Jesus chosen her to be who she is today, to be a top rapper in the game. You know I can't pass that up, right? You know we're going to talk about that. But before we get into that, I do want to let everyone out there know that we are doing a cash giveaway today. I will be giving away $100. And look, this time I made the question fairly easy. And it's a question you could look. The information is out there. There is no reason that someone should not win this money today. And I chose a question that I know for a fact someone should or will be leaving with $100. Very, very easy. Very, very easy question, right? In fact, I think someone should be able to get it pretty quick. You know, I went a whole month, 4 live streams in a row, 4 weeks. No one was winning. Not one person. So I said, nah. Somebody got to win today. Somebody got to win today. We're not leaving without somebody winning. Trust me, I don't like to give money. Look, I like to give back, but I don't. Who likes to give money away? Just take my money. Take it out of my account now. Take it. It ain't about that, though. It's like, look, I'm doing this for a reason. I want to see somebody win. So, therefore, today, I'm giving, the question is going to be something fairly simple. Well, to me it is. We'll see. So the question today is, what was Jesus' first documented miracle in the Bible? Simple. Right? That's what I would think. To me, it's all about who's going to say it first. And remember, for people who are watching on other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, wherever, because we're live on I think 6 different platforms, right? For people who are watching on other platforms, if you have the answer, you have to put the answer in the chat on YouTube. All you got to do is go to Nothin to Somethin podcast. You'll see this live up right there. And all you got to do is go in the live, go in the chat, and put the answer in the chat. The first person closest to the top with the answer will immediately receive $100 through Cash App. It's already waiting for you. That's it. It's simple. It's pretty easy. I just want to be able to say, hey, we have the first Cash App giveaway winner. I just want to be able to say that. I can't say it yet. Because we went 4 weeks in a row and nobody won nothing. Come on. Nothing. So hopefully this is something that people can see. It's easy, simple. What was Jesus' first documented miracle in the Bible? In fact, I'm guaranteeing that somebody's going to win today. Fact. A fact. As we know, Jesus did a lot of miracles in the Bible. But what was the first miracle that they talked about he did, right? And it's stated in the Bible that this was the first miracle. Because remember, Jesus didn't start doing miracles right away because he would always let it be known that the time is not here. The time is not yet. Right? So therefore, when it comes to the first documented miracle, it's stated in the Bible, this is his first miracle. Just to give a clue, when he did this miracle, he wasn't even ready to do miracles yet. He did it for a reason. I don't need you all to give details on why it was the first documented miracle or, what led to this first documented miracle. I'm not finna go in. I don't need you to go into any of that. I just need you to let me know what was it. What was that first miracle? Again, it's very simple. All right? Very, very simple. When I think of my past. It's very, very simple. I'm trying to give you guys a chance before I go into the first topic. I'm trying to give you guys a chance, right? Put that answer in the chat. What was Jesus' first documented miracle in the Bible? Because once I take this off the screen, I may have people come in and come out that may not see it. I will put this up throughout the chat. Throughout the stream, I will put this up. But for the ones who are watching now, you got an opportunity. Write in the chat, what was Jesus' first documented miracle in the Bible? You get this answer right, you will win $100. If there's multiple people who got it right, it will be the first one who got it right that will win $100. And like I said, it would just be, hey, send me a cash out, boom, boom, boom. That's it. You got it. Just that simple. All right. All right, cool. Before we get into the topic, I just want to say this too. I don't know how many of you out there do YouTube or that's into like streaming and everything like that. But as some of you probably seen today, I think I was like 6-7 minutes behind. Streaming is very difficult. Doing a podcast is very difficult. Being a content creator, period, if you want to profit off of it and if you're taking it serious, is very, very difficult. I don't know how many people who watched is really into it. I don't know. I get asked by people all the time to show them how I stream and what are the first steps to take and everything like that. And I give people tips all the time and tools and everything like that. And I never really see them take those steps. I never really see people who ask me about streaming eventually stream. And I understand it's not easy. It's very difficult. It's very technical. Now, of course, it's easy to pop on your phone and start going live and then, put it on your channel. But I'm talking about turning it into something that you could eventually profit off of. It's very difficult to do. It's not for everybody. They did like a study where it said in the next 10 years, over 80% of people under the age of 30 said that they would want to be professional streamers or content creators. 80%. Back in the days, that was a percentage of people who wanted to be like entertainers, sports players, actors, artists, stuff like that, right? The entertainment industry going into the future for the next generation is going to be being professional content creators. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, right? But I'm just letting everybody know it's not as easy as what you think. Getting on here, doing all of this, it's a lot of work because you got to be consistent. And you guys don't got to be here. No one have to be here watching this right now. It's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people on YouTube right now that have content up that you can go and watch. So you have to be consistent enough to grow a base of people who actually want to support and watch you, who actually believe in the content that you are putting up. And that's a difficult job, because after doing it for a couple of years, when you don't see the growth that you really want to see, you start to question yourself and ask, should I continue doing this? This is taking up a nice amount of time in my life. Why am I still doing this? You start to question that. So I'm never going to sit here and let anybody think that it's easy. I always tell people the truth. When people come to me, I be like, man, I don't want to bust no bubbles, but I got to be honest. I can't just sit back and say, oh, man, do it. It's easy, man. You know, once you learn it and you get a rhythm, you're going to fly. You're going to be out of here. You are good, man. I can't do that. I got to be honest and say, look, it's a lot of work. You could do it, of course. Anybody could do it, but the work is not always fun. Now, once I'm doing this is the time when I could relax and just do me. But all the work that come before and even after that, before, when it come down to the technical stuff, making sure the mic is right, making sure the sound is right, making sure the camera is good, making sure the scene look good, everything, all of that technical work. And also, too, things happen. Things happen. You may have the sound perfect, but something can happen to where now you have sound issues, and now you need a technical guy to come down and check it out because you don't know what's going on. Things happen. And you also got the after effect. After this stream is done, you got to cut it up, clip it up, make it, look good, sound good, and then put it back up, Cut it up, clip it up, put it back up. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to do that over and over and over and over and over again. One month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7, 12 months, a year. Year one. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7, 12 months, 2 years. 1 month, 2 months, 3. I'm just letting you all know. You have to be very consistent. It's very difficult. But for anyone who really want to do it and serious, definitely do whatever you got to do to learn the game, learn the industry, and then do it, right? Learn how you can make it profitable so you could really put those hours towards it to where you don't have to work another job. You can focus on this. Because if you got to work a job and do this, it's very difficult. It's hard. Because how are you going to ever grow a base that your subscribers could trust in? They're going to be like, you ain't consistent enough. I'm going to unsubscribe. I seen this person once in the last month, or once a week even. So if you're ready to take on the task of being consistent, no matter what's going on in your life, and putting up a video every day, in fact, sometimes 2 videos a day, maybe even 3. If you're at a place to where you're ready to do that, then do it. But be ready to do it consistently year after year until you start to see the growth with being a content creator / podcaster, or whatever you want to call it, streamer, whatever. But it is possible. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. Sometimes I just like to give a little game about it, because people come to me all the time and ask me about starting their own podcast or what it takes to become a successful content creator. People come to me all the time and ask me these things, and I give them game, but I don't want people to think that I'm trying to stop them from doing it by telling them the truth, because I deal with those same truths. I deal with them too. I'm not telling you that like, it's something that you're not going to want to do. I'm telling you that just to be honest. So just going into the future, anybody who come to me and ask me, just know I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to give you the good side, but I'm going to give you the bad side as well. And I'm going to give you the tough side too. And then you can make your decision based off of that. But no matter what, give it a try and see what you think. All right, let's get into the first topic, man. Let's get there. Let's get there. So, how many of you heard about this situation? How many of you out there heard about this situation? This right here have been one of the saddest things that I probably have seen in a long time. So let's talk about it. So you have 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, which is crazy, the same name as the basketball player, Carmelo Anthony. You have 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, who is on he's going to be on my right, African-American, who was sitting in a stance at a track meet. And where he was sitting, you had the tent of another school / team. I guess it was raining. And I'm just trying to guess how the scene was. And I used to run track myself. I ran track my sophomore and junior year, right? Couldn't do it my senior year. The coach wouldn't let me. We had a very strict basketball coach, right? But when I would go to track meets, if the weather wasn't great, you would see tents put up for every school, right? Because let's be real, when it come down to track meets, you may go to a meet and be there for about 3-4 hours. But your event only lasts about 3 minutes. Unless you do 2, 3, 4, 5 events. Me, I think I did like 3. I did the 100, 200, and the hurdles. I think the 4x100, 4x100 hurdles. So I did the 4x100 hurdles. I did the 100 and the 200. So I did 3 events. So I would have to wait to hear for, my event being called. But still, out of those 3, maybe 4 hours that I'm there, I'm probably on the track running for about 20 of those minutes. So you have a lot of downtime to chill and do nothing at these events. You may want to walk around, get at a nice beautiful girl from another school or something like that. You know how it is with some of us guys. But so yeah, you got downtime to just do what you want, man. Eat some food, talk to other people from other schools, talk to some of your teammates. You just got time to chill out. So this particular day, it was raining. Carmelo Anthony was sitting under the other team's tent. When the other team got there, I don't know if it was words being exchanged. Allegedly, they say it was words being exchanged. I don't know what was said. They haven't put out what was said yet, right? And then you got my guy on the left, Austin. Austin plays football. They don't say yet if he ran track as well. Carmelo did run track. Austin, it doesn't say if he ran track as well, but they did mention that he was a football player, but he was with his team, and it was his team's tent. So when he got over there with his team, and he also had a twin brother as well. When he got over there under the tent, I don't know if it was words exchanged or not, but eventually Austin asked Carmelo to leave. Carmelo told him to make me leave. Let me tell y'all something. It's never, ever right to take someone's life. Period. Never right. But one thing that I learned later in life is that unless you're ready to risk your life, when someone say, make me do something, they 10 steps ahead of you and ready for whatever it is that most likely you're not ready for. Someone ever tell you, make me? Basically, if you touch me, watch and see what happens. Because that's what he said right after that. Touch me and watch what happens. When someone says that, they're ready for something. You may just think that, hey, you know what? This dude is over here bothering us. I want him to leave. I'm going to ask him to leave. If he don't, I'm going to excuse him. If he don't get excused, I'm going to turn this into a fight and we're going to fight it out. You may be thinking that. But the other person who's saying, make me, and if you touch me, watch and see what happens, they're thinking way past the fight. So after Carmelo basically told Austin to make him, Austin went and grabbed Carmelo's bag, may struggle with him a little bit. Carmelo pulled a knife out of his bag, stabbed Austin, and Austin eventually passed away. Now, I want to, give me a second. I want to play this video really quick just to give you guys, hold on one second. I want to play this video really quick just to give you guys an understanding of exactly what happened outside of the things that I just mentioned before we really break it down. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Like I said, I want to talk about the feelings that came across me when I first heard of this story. This story gave me flashbacks. I'm not even going to front. There's similar things that happened in the situation when I was stabbed myself that happened in this story right here, right? So, all right. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to play the video and then we're going to touch on it after the video.
Now to Texas, where a father says he forgives the teen accused of fatally stabbing his son at a high school track meet. Police are now revealing what led to the terrifying moment. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
New details about the killing of Austin Metcalf, the student stabbed at a high school track meet near Dallas. According to the arrest affidavit, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony has confessed to the killing, saying he was trying to protect himself.
He knew how much I loved him, how much I do for him, anything. I do anything for him.
Hunter Metcalf says he held his twin brother Austin as he was dying.
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I looked at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So.
It happened at the district championship meet in Frisco. Hunter says his brother had asked Carmelo to move his seat because he was sitting under the wrong tent. A witness says Carmelo replied, "Touch me and see what happens." And when Austin grabbed him, Carmelo allegedly pulled a knife.
They asked him to move, and when Austin grabbed his backpack to take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him.
He's now charged with first-degree murder.
Just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Austin is being remembered as an honors student with aspirations to play college football. Despite the shocking loss, Austin's father says he chooses forgiveness over anger.
I forgive the other person because the forgiveness is not for him. The forgiveness is for me, so I can have peace. His life is destroyed. My life is destroyed.
The arrest affidavit says as Carmelo Anthony was being arrested, he asked if Austin was okay. Anthony is being held on $1 million bond.
Now to Texas, where a father says he forgives
For everyone who is watching right now, I want to apologize. I had the sound on mute. Through the entire Big U conversation, I had the sound on mute. And I want to apologize for that. Yeah. That right there was on me. Let me see. Yeah, and a couple of people brought it up. I just want to say I apologize to everyone for that. So let me explain myself really quick. It's still no excuse, but let me explain myself. And it's okay. I got nowhere to go. I'm gonna get back on the Big U topic, all right? So I'm gonna get back to it. But I want to explain myself really quick, all right? So whenever I show a video or something on YouTube or another platform, like what I just did for the video I showed with the team, when I cross back over, I have to, when I go to like the platform, YouTube or whatever platform that video is on, I gotta put mute. Because if I don't mute it, you guys are not gonna hear the video very well. It's gonna sound echoey, it's gonna sound robotically and all type of stuff. It's not gonna sound great. So when I go over to another platform, I gotta press mute. Sometimes I don't remember to unmute it. And I want to apologize for that. For everyone who is watching right now, I apologize. I just went to the chat too, and I seen some people bring it up. I just want to let me see really quick. We're gonna get back to that. Like I said, I'm not in a rush today. I'm here, so we're gonna get back to that. But I just want to just bring some of these topics up. Carla Rojos, my apologies. Thank you for letting me know. My apologies. You know. My apologies. I'm going to apologize to everyone who said something right now. My apologies. Let me see. Rona Ambrose, my apologies. I'm sorry. That's on me. That was on me. Mind your business, Free Big U. Amani, your mic is off. My apologies. My apologies, Amani. Banderas TV, sound not on. My apologies. My apologies. Also, Sherry Helen, hey, Paul, fix your mic. I just want to let all you know out there, that's my bad. That's on me. That's on me. That was definitely on me. So basically, the back end of what I was talking about in regards to the situation between Austin and Carmelo Anthony, where Austin life was taken. I'm already guessing you guys, well, not guessing. I know you guys did not hear that. You know what? Let me give me that's for me. Let me I gotta take it. Oh man, I gotta take it. Oh man, one more. One more. Oh man. Oh, man. That's all on me. That's all on me. Again, my apologies. You know, one thing that I do want to say, man, is that I appreciate all of you, whoever's, because that was like an entire hour, right? But this is what I will do. I do want to run through what I said in regards to that situation with, Carmelo Anthony taking the life of Austin, right? I do want to run through that. So let's do this. And then I want to go back to explain. It's all right, because when it comes down to it, my energy don't change. Whatever I said about any of these topics, it's still me. I feel the same way about them. So I'm going to give it to you all. It may be a couple of words here and there may be different, but it's still going to be the same thought process, right? It's not going to change. I'm still going to give me one of these. because I deserve it. Hold on. Yeah. I'm still going to give me one of these because I deserve it. But that was on me. That was on me. I told y'all when it come down to doing podcasts and all this stuff, it gets technical. It's not a joke. It's a lot of work. But all right. So real quick, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's get back to let me see. So what I want to do now really quick is read this. Let me go through the article and then I'll go over exactly what I was saying about that situation dealing with Carmelo Anthony stabbing Austin. All right. And then but I'm gonna jump from that one to the next one. I'm not gonna stay on nothing for a long time. So we could get keep it pushing. All right. Let me see. 1 second. All right. All right. So for those who didn't hear what I said because it was not for those, for everyone who didn't hear what I said because it's on mute, I'm going to just give my thoughts from it. And like I said, I want to hear y'all thoughts as well, but I'm going to address this situation right now. All right. So after playing the video, what I went into and what I was basically just saying was just giving my full thoughts on this situation and how this situation also gave me flashbacks. As we saw in the video, Austin was killed by Carmelo after a disagreement for a spot under a tent. Austin's team was under this tent. Carmelo is not a part of that school. Austin asked Carmelo to move. Carmelo said, "Make me." Austin went to try to grab his bag. Carmelo wasn't having it, pulled out his knife and stabbed him. So this is what I want to say about this situation. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna go straight to the point. Like I said earlier, before I really get into my thoughts on what I think about Carmelo taking Austin's life, this situation gave me flashbacks because I was stabbed myself, for the people who don't know. I was stabbed multiple times. There were a lot of similar things that happened in this story that happened to myself. There was a confrontation that happened. The confrontation led to someone pulling out a knife, and I was stabbed. Just like Austin, I was actually trying to correct something. That's why it's not always good to try to be the corrector, the individual who is leading the bunch. Austin was that same guy. That was me. Because a lot of times we don't make the decision to just walk away and say, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about that. Don't even worry about it. Move on. Just how Austin tried to correct this situation, I tried to correct the situation when I got stabbed, and it almost costed me my life. Now, one thing that I can say about it is thank God that I'm still alive. But everyone do not make it through these type of situations. Everyone do not make it through something that potentially could take their life, right? Not everybody. So that's how I feel about this situation when it first happened. It put me into a mental state to where it affected me a little bit because I went through this type of situation. I even thought about it, like, I'm telling you, like, I was thinking about it all throughout the day, the last couple of days. I could not get it out of my head. And it brought back flashbacks of when I was stabbed and I couldn't get the situation that happened with me that had me almost lose my life and, you know, in Kaiser for 2 weeks trying to heal from getting stabbed myself, right? So that's that situation. Now, to get in my feelings in regards to what I think and feel along the lines of is Austin guilty for what he has done in this situation with telling Carmelo to get up and leave and actually touching him? Or is Carmelo wrong for actually pulling out a knife and things like that. This is what I'll say, right? The majority may not agree with me, but unless it's clearly self-defense, meaning someone else have a weapon and you use your weapon to defend yourself, I'm always going to go against the person with the weapon. Period. I was stabbed myself. I'm never going to stick up for the person who was trying to put their hands up, and I'm never going to go against the person who was trying to put their hands up and fight. Never. 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 I can't. Once Carmelo pulled out a knife, he clearly had an intent to kill, or at least to seriously hurt the individual. Tussling and all of that, nobody might not get hurt. You see, he got no marks or nothing on his face. Because this was, I believe, when it come down to Carmelo, this was the arrest video, the arrest picture. No marks, no nothing. So clearly Carmelo, I believe, was there knowing that he had the advantage because of what he had in his bag. Right? And if you want to take it a step further, I believe Carmelo was at that track meet waiting for someone to go against him. Period. And how serious the situation was, I don't even think that mattered. I think he was just ready. I don't know if this young man have been bullied before or have, he's dealt with gangs or just situations. Maybe he's from the hood and dealt with some things that has got him in a bad mental place. I don't know. It seemed like he have been through something mentally, right? That has messed him up. But he definitely was in that environment ready for anything. Ready for anything. And because he decided to have that knife and be in that place, ready for whatever, it destroyed the rest of his life. It destroyed the rest of his life. Period. One thing that I always say, and it's sad. Look, it's sad because it was someone that it was older men that were in Carmelo's life that did not give him the right tools and understanding, right? Because at the end of the day, what he should have been told before this situation as a young man growing up is that, yes, always defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. But understand this. Once you pull out a weapon and use it, there's no turning back from that. So if you're defending yourself against someone who has no weapon and you use a weapon, you better be ready to suffer the consequences because everything is not self-defense. And this was not self-defense. This was murder. This was straight up murder. If I'm lying, tell me. This was murder. This wasn't no self-defense, and I don't want to hear this turn into a white and black thing either. This has nothing to do with being white or being black. This is two teenagers who had a disagreement, and one of them was ready to kill if he felt he had to. Case closed. One was ready to kill. And he killed. Have nothing to do, with, I was just trying to defend myself. Because when he got picked up by the cops, he said that it was self-defense. It's like, bro, you had time to pull a knife out of your bag and still stick the dude. How do you even have all that time? You're already thinking about the knife. This dude probably just trying to, all right, you want me to help you move? All right, come on. Grab you up, whatever. You pulling a knife out thinking, oh, this dude touched me, I'm killing him. That's murder. I don't want to see no BLM come out. I don't want to see no Million Man March. I don't want to see none of that. None of that is needed. This is not a black and white issue. In fact, let me just say this before I move on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's say Austin was Carmelo and Carmelo was Austin, right? Meaning Austin, being white, was the guy who pulled out the knife on Carmelo, who was just telling him, hey, this is our section. You shouldn't be over here. You know, like, we need to make room for our own people. Right? And then Austin ended up pulling out the knife and killing Carmelo. Man, we would hear about this on every station. BET, every black content creator be talking about it. The Black Lives Matter movement will already be full throttle, no sleep, 7 days a week. I'm telling you, this would be crazy. But because it was a black guy who took the life of a white guy, we hear birds chirping. I only see about 5 of us talking about this right now. Period. That's a fact. About 5 of us is talking about this right now. So I don't want to hear about, oh, this is a black and white issue. No, it is not, man. These were 2 teenagers not thinking about color when they did what they did. When Austin confronted Carmelo, I don't think he was thinking about, no, oh, this is a black guy over here in our set. I just think that it was like, hey, you don't go to our school. You know, we need this space. And when Carmelo did what he did, I don't think he was thinking about Austin being a white guy. He wanted to smoke with anybody. In fact, he probably would have put it quicker if it was a black dude. If you want to keep it 100. Hey, am I making up for the mute? Am I making up for going muted for an hour? I hope I am. I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm trying to keep it real. So definitely, man, my condolences definitely go to Austin's family for this situation, but I want to pray for Carmelo's family as well. I'm going to definitely pray for his family because, Austin's family, they lost a son forever. But Carmelo's family may never get to see their son free again. His mom and dad may never be able to see him free again. They may only be able to visit him inside of a jail cell, and they got to live with, especially if he get convicted, knowing that their son is a killer. No one supports a killer. So that's going to be a hard, tough life. And both of these kids were successful kids. Neither one of them had a record, never been in trouble. Austin was a Division I, a hopeful Division I football player, really good in football. And Carmelo was a potential Division II football player. They had letters, scholarships, all type of stuff. These were 2 good kids. One moment messed up the lives of 2 kids, man, who was right there, almost out of school, going into the next phase of their life. And now their lives is destroyed. I do want to shout out his dad, though. Austin's dad. Before we wrap it up, Austin's dad, in an interview, was talking about this situation, and he, of course, he feel like Carmelo, needs to be accountable for his actions and serve time for the crime. But one thing that he said, I think, was something that should be highlighted. And he said he forgive Carmelo. It haven't even been a week yet, and he forgive him. He basically forgive his son's killer already. What a great man. Ephesians 4 says, forgive each other as Christ forgiven you. And he's doing that. How many people out there right now could sit there and say, I could forgive my son or my daughter's killer a couple of days after they were killed because I am Christian or because it's the right thing to do. How many people out there could really say that? And if you're saying me, I want to give you this. You're lying. I'm just saying, man. That's not an easy thing to do. It's the right thing to do, but it's not an easy thing to do. So much respect, man, to Austin's father. Again, my condolences to his family. And, man, I'm going to definitely pray for Carmelo's family. All right, man, let's go on and go to let's go back because y'all didn't hear nothing that I said about Big U, right? So let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. You know, I told y'all I'm not finna leave y'all. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging because it was on mute. I didn't get to, y'all didn't get to hear me. I was just going to, skip it. Come on. I'm ready for it all. Sure, we going to talk about it. Because I want to hear y'all thoughts on what I said about Big U. I want to hear y'all thoughts on what I got to say about this Big U situation. Because according to the chat ain't feeling me. And I'm talking about the clips that I put up with how I was expressing my thoughts from the indictment. Right? The chat wasn't feeling me. Period. You know? So we're going to talk about it. All right, let's do this. All right. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is I put up about 3 clips and maybe 2 shorts with me talking about this entire Big U situation. Talking about the indictment and breaking down my thoughts from it. In the midst of me talking about this Big U indictment and everything, I go against what I see in the indictment, and I do stick up for Big U a lot because I feel like the indictment is fraud. I feel like these charges is full of crap. I don't think what's getting done to this man is right. And it have nothing to do with it being Big U. It have everything to do with this situation just seem a little fishy, man. But according to people in the comments, they don't agree with the things that I be saying. They think that I'm what they want to call it D-writing Big U and all this other type of stuff, which is crazy because I don't do that here. Never have, never will. One thing about me is that I'm just not going to sit here and go against black men or any man, right? When there's not proper evidence in front of me. Everything that I saw in the indictment to me was full of crap, man. I'm sorry. Most of the indictment is talking about podcasting. It have nothing to do with actual crimes. You have 1 or 2 up in there that have to do with actual crimes. But most of it is talking about podcasting. They are talking about checking in. Something that not just Big U, but if you go down the list of rappers from LA, they all with that. But they breaking down checking in like it's an actual crime. I get extortion is a crime, but they're literally breaking down checking in. Like in the indictment. I'm not finna go against the dude from that. That's garbage information. So there's reasons why I say what I say in court. There's reasons why I say what I say according to this entire Big U indictment. No evidence. And y'all know they've been locking up Let's keep it real. They've been locking up black men forever with a lack of evidence. So until I see evidence, my stance will not change. You know, a lot of you out there may be saying, well, Dirk haven't went to trial and you said certain things that goes against Dirk. Look, there are certain things that have came out that Dirk did. I'm not talking about the actual murder for hire. There are certain things that Dirk did to me that was just plain out dumb. Paying for plane flights and things like that out of your own account is just dumb. That's easy to connect the actual killers to you, or the alleged killers to you. That's dumb. They also got Dirk connecting with the alleged killers afterwards by coming to LA and meeting them at a hotel and other places, just doing a bunch of dumb stuff. So that's why I went against Dirk's situation without that actually going to trial or anything like that. I'm not trying to say Dirk is guilty. I'm saying that Dirk did a lot of dumb stuff. I haven't saw bad moves by Big U in this entire situation yet. It just looked like a flawed, made up, fabricated indictment. Another thing, and another reason why I support Big U, is because Big U was one of the individuals that was out here doing charities in groups for young boys, and not just young boys, but kids in general, starting programs. You know, he have a sports programs for young kids out here to play football and things like that. Big U is one of the only individuals out here that had charities and programs for young kids. I'm sorry. In LA, I don't see much of that. I don't see it. Another individual who was doing it at a high level was Nip. Since Nip, the only one I've seen doing it is Big U. I don't want to see an individual like that locked up if there's no evidence, because the kids need individuals like that. So that's another reason why I'm supporting him, because I seen how he moved out here when it come down to being free. I seen how he moved. And it was all about the kids. You see all these people, these content creators, these, the whack 100s, bricks, all these other dudes who got locked up, right? I don't see anything that they doing for the kids. All you hear them doing is going live talking negative and nonsense about people and everything like that. But Big U was one of the individuals who was actually talking positive and shedding light on things when it come down to changes that needed to be made in the system to help out the young men, systems that we needed in place to give back to the young kids. I heard him talk like that 24/7. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna support that individual because that's the type of, conversations I like to have. That's how I move. I respect motivators, innovators, people who help give back, people who's here for the kids. That's what I respect and love, and that's who he is. Another thing, just to keep it real, and right here, I may be a little biased, but when it come down to Big U, he came on his podcast and it wasn't all about the money. It was not all about the money with Big U. He came on and showed love. Most people who came on this podcast, especially in the beginning, it was all about the money. Which, hey, it is what it is. But it was all about that. With Big U, that wasn't the case. It was like, hey, you interview my artist as well? I'm on there. Let's do it. And that's what he did. He always showed me love. Why am I now gonna go against this man who always showed me love anytime I saw him? And also, man, I'm a man of God. When it come down to the faith, be kind, you know, show love, bring peace to others. Don't be boastful, you know, don't go against others. Like, there's no reason for me to go against anything dealing with Big U. There's no reason for me to do that. I would expect y'all to get on me more if I was out here talking crazy about Big U after interviewing this man and not having a reason to go at him in a negative way. I would think that people would come at me more if I was doing that, not by, looking at the facts and saying, hey, it looked like this dude is being set up to take a fall in regards to this RICO. I don't know. Like I said, we got to wait to see the evidence, but that's what it looked like right now. But when it comes down to how I feel, nobody can agree. Nobody can like it. I don't worry about how y'all feel about me. Now, hey, for the ones who support and show love, I'm going to always show love back, and I'm going to respect you all, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm here for it, right? But for the ones who hating and have something to say because I show Big U support, hey, I give you one of these. And another one. And you can have one of these. And you can have another one. Hey, it is what it is. I'm going to continue to support unless there's a reason that I should get on here and say, you know what? I cannot support this man anymore because of this. That day have not happened yet. That day have not came. So as of now, I'm going to continue to support him. And it is what it is. All right. And also, too, I'm going to, let me see. Before I go into, also, too, if you got anything to say about anything that I said about Big U, hey, put it in the comments. I'm going to read some of the comments before I go into this last topic. I was going to talk about, I'll touch on the Marvin Sapp situation, but I really want to get to this Cardi situation, right? This Cardi B situation. We're about to get to this Cardi B situation. And also, too, because I do got to play a little video on what Cardi said, but I'm going to make sure that I remember to unmute it after I play it. I usually have my guy here letting me know, hey, you on mute where I can catch it quick, but I guess he took a little mental break. I don't know. I have no idea. So my bad again for that, In fact, I'm going to go on to give me another, you know what it does, just for doing that to y'all earlier. And also, too, let me throw this up before I read some of the chat. Just as some of you, some of you in the chat who want an opportunity to win $100, make that happen. All right. So the question of the day to win $100 is, what was Jesus' first documented miracle in the Bible? This is a simple one. As of right now, I don't see nobody in the chat. There's a lot going on in the chat, but no one has attempted to answer that. You all really don't know the answer to that? For real? I'm shocked. Especially to win $100, you would think someone would at least try. But again, what was Jesus' first documented miracle in the Bible? If you get that answer right, you win $100. And like I said before, if more than one person get it right, I will take the first person who answer that answer for the win. All right. All right, let's read some of the chat really quick. Hey, real talk though, too. I want to say again. Let me see. Yeah. I appreciate all of you. Let me see. I want to put this up while I say this. Real talk again. I appreciate all of you who, I don't know if maybe you stayed patient when you couldn't hear me for, almost like 45 minutes. Or you kept coming back. I don't know, man. I just want to let you all know I appreciate you all, because I don't watch the numbers and see how many people is watching me when I'm talking. I don't do that. You know, I'm focused on making sure that I'm giving the right information. So I'm looking at like 5 different things at once. A lot of times just to make sure you guys are getting the right information. So I don't necessarily see how many people is in the chat. So I appreciate all of you who either stayed or came back, because I would understand if the chat, the number of how many people was in the chat, I would understand if it says 0. Like, I was on mute for like 45 minutes. Epic fail. Epic fail. That was terrible. But I just could see by the comments that a lot of you, you know, stay, you know, or came back. And I appreciate all of you. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I strongly appreciate all of you. I appreciate you, Amani. You let us know we hear you now. Sherry Helen was another one saying fix your mic. You stuck around. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Because that's crazy. 45 minutes? Dang. That's crazy. But I definitely appreciate you all. I also got I don't know if you watch it right now, Big Don. I got a call from someone too. I didn't know what was going on, and I don't answer. Oh, yep. Big Don was letting me know too. I just looked at his text. No audio on Look, man. Thank you. All of you. Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. That was an epic fail. Even if y'all want to get on me, I deserve it. Of course, no one's perfect. I'm far from perfect. I say it all the time. I'm one of the most imperfect human beings you will ever meet in your life. I'm not perfect at all. But I want to apologize to you all because, y'all came here to, hear and listen to a show that sounds good. Picture quality is good. The message is good. I didn't give you all that for about 45, 50 minutes. I didn't give you all that. So I'm apologetic towards that. I'm sorry again. And I got nothing but love for you all who stuck through it. And I hope that you all forgive me for making that big mistake. I really do. All right, let me read some more of the chat. Amani, 100 points, you good man. Straight love. That's what I say. I would prefer a family of 20 of us over people who I really don't know in and out. 1,000 of those people, who really don't come to look at the show, or they just in and out. I'd rather have 20 people who are dedicated, that's here every live stream any day, over 1,000 different people every live stream. Period. I promise you all that. And you make more with 1,000, right? But I'd rather have you all who are these names that I see these names, if not every week, a lot. I see these names a lot. So I'm rocking with y'all. I know y'all rocking with me. So, hey, it's none but love. All right, Jelani Zed, God's calling isn't just about status or spotlight. It's about surrender, obedience, and transfer. Man, hey, do you be looking at the weekly word episodes? I'm just asking. Do you be Jelani? I don't want to say the name wrong. Jelana Zed. I mean, you right on point. God's calling isn't just about status or spotlight. It's about surrender, obedience, and transformation. Man, you hit it right on. Truck driver, facts, man. None but love and respect. I see you a lot of times too, truck driver. You always representing. Definitely. All right, let me see. I want to hit this one too. Let me see. Truck driver. Let's get the likes up there. Man. Always appreciate the ones like you, truck driver, who, you know, who always got something uplifting and positive to say. Definitely. Real talk, man. Appreciate that, truck driver. All right, I see a couple that's on this Cardi thing. I'm about to go to Cardi right now. So I'm gonna read some of these after I talk about the Cardi situation. We're about to hit that right now too. I'll touch a little bit on the Marvin Sapp situation last. I had y'all waiting long enough when it come down to this Cardi situation, so we're gonna get right to it. Shorty Bedell, Brother Paul, the consistency has been truly beautiful. The content is fulfilling and the word is spreading. Thank you for the videos. God bless you, man. See, and that's why I think that a lot of you may give me grace. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. I think a lot of you may give me grace because y'all, I think a lot of you see how hard I work and try to make sure that, you know, I have content up every day and doing at least 3 lives a week. I think you all see that. So I think that's why you all give me grace for making, you know, the type of mistake that I made earlier today. So I appreciate you all. Definitely. I really do. I really do. All right, Sophia, I'm speechless. Speak no evil. Man. Yeah, Sophia, you be preaching too. You be preaching. All right, Rana Ambrose. Cardi B is gifted with charisma, but God does give gifts. It just if you use them for his glory or not. Amen. Amen. All right, gifts of faith. That don't mean he ain't putting up smoke and mirrors. Dude is a proven bully. And I gotta say, where there's smoke, there is fire. That thing with PNB Rock was awful. Okay, I get what you're saying. Let me respond to this. So what I believe that you're saying, give faith, and we're gonna make it quick because I'm gonna get to the Cardi topic really quick, right? I'm guessing what you're saying is Austin was a bully. And you say that don't mean he ain't putting up smoke and mirrors. Dude is a proven bully, and I gotta say, where there is smoke, there is fire. So I'm guessing that you're saying Austin was a bully, and hey, where there's smoke, there's fire. He basically caused the situation to come to he basically caused this situation to happen. That's what I'm guessing. Now, this is what I will say, and I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if I mentioned that before we had the mute situation or not, but I did say when you ask someone something, let's say you ask someone to move or hey, this is my section. Can you please give me my seat back or whatever, right? And someone say to you, make me move, or I dare you to put your hands on me, or watch what happens if you do put your hands on me. I always say, if someone ever approach you like that, don't go back and forth with that individual. That individual is not ready to fight. They ready to kill. They're ready to do something that's going to be a step further than what you want to do or what you're ready to do. You know, a lot of times people who think that they're tough, they think that they're at the height of where this could go, not understanding that the next individual may be 10 steps ahead of you and ready and waiting for whatever. In this situation, I don't think Austin ever expected it was going to go to that place. He probably was thinking in his head, if this turned into a fight, I could get him. Not knowing that the other dude was thinking in his head, if this dude touched me, I'm stabbing him. So, could Austin have done something different? Yes, he could have left it be, not touched the dude, not grabbed his bag or put his hands on him and try to make a move. He could have done that, right? But he chose to touch him. But one thing that I just want to say, that don't mean that a person's life should be taken away from them. No matter what, Carmelo should not have pulled that knife out. I understand what you're saying, Gil Faith, but Carmelo should Carmelo should not have taken that knife out. That's on Carmelo. That's murder. That's murder. I don't know if you disagree. Maybe you could let me know if you're still here. Maybe you could let me know if you disagree. I believe that was murder. No matter what, it's murder. Could Austin have done something different to save his life? 100%. If he would have just left it alone, said, man, whatever, and turned around, he would still be here today. But a lot of times when you're a teenage boy, you got ego, you got pride, you don't want to look like a punk. Someone tell you, hey, if you touch me, watch what happen. You feel like you're being challenged, so you touch him. Do that mean that he should lose his life? No. So that's what I got to say about that. All right, let's get to this Cardi B situation. Man, it's been a long journey to get here to this Cardi B topic. Oh, man, boy. Hey, Pizzazz, I got a conversation for you, brother, when I get off of this live stream, bruh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and you, mano y mano, brother. Yes, sir. Nobody know what I'm talking about right now. But you know. All right. So, Cardi B. Cardi B. To all you Cardi B fans, your girl is tripping again. She did a live or something the other day. And she had oh, man. This woman basically went as far as saying that she is anointed by God, that she is chosen by God, and was chosen to be a top rapper by God. So this is what I want to do real quick. I want to play the video and then I want to come back because I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this one. You know, this whole situation right here was just like, huh? It to me showed how lost people are out here when it comes down to understanding the stance and presence of who Jesus is and why he was here. It showed me how lost people are, and they're being led by people like her, who think they know what they're talking about. And it's sad. So let's play this video. And again, I'm going to make sure that I mute it so you can hear the video, and I will unmute it afterwards. All right? All right, let's get to it.
Bold statement that has set social media ablaze. Cardi B recently declared that she is not a witch, but rather anointed by God and chosen from millions of strippers to achieve her fame. This proclamation came during a lively interview where she discussed her journey from the strip club to superstardom, emphasizing the divine intervention she believes has played a significant role in her success.
This has been some real weird shit that's been going on. And this has been happening all year and all last year. I want to tell y'all something. A lot of people that have been doing to me, I suggest y'all not to do to me, because let me tell you something. I cannot touch everybody, okay? I cannot touch everybody. And I'm not a person that is like, I'm going to get my get back. I'm going to get my lick back. I'm going to get this person this. I'm going to get this person that. Because I just can't. Like, it's like I can't fight the world. But let me tell you something. When you think that you're going to do something to me on purpose to hurt me, shit is going to come back to you. It always come back to you. I promise you, if you feel like you're going to be petty to me, or if you a bitch or a nigga that feel like you're going to be petty to me, I promise you, you're going to get a day in your life that you're going to be on your fucking knees asking yourself, damn, why am I going through this? What did I do that I'm going through this shit? And you want to know what? And you want to know something? The image of my fucking face is going to come up in your mind. You're going to go through because you fuck with me. And you want to know why? It's not because I'm a fucking witch like y'all make it seem, because I'm Dominican. Y'all be thinking I be doing black magic. No, it's because I'm fucking anointed. I was picked by Jesus. No, I'm really one of God's kids. You want to know why I'm really one of God's kids? You want to know how I know I'm anointed? Let me tell you how I know I'm anointed, right? Because you know how many strippers are in America, in the world? You know how many strippers are in America? You know how many have a fat? You know how many can rap? And God chose me to be famous.
Yeah, I couldn't anymore. I couldn't. Yeah, I think everyone heard what they needed to hear. When it come down to that whole Cardi B situation, I think everyone heard what they needed to hear. So, as we see, Cardi B believed that she was chosen by God, and she has been anointed the chosen one to be the top female rapper in the game. Let me just say this, man. I'm gonna try to. I don't want to be harsh, cause you never know where. Look, I'm not saying Cardi is gonna ever see this video or when I clip it up, the clip or anything like that. But you never know where things could go when they float out there and float around. So what I'm about to say is not about being harsh. I'm past that in my life. I say what I say from a passionate place, but I don't want to be harsh. I want to just try to create understanding and just be as real as possible, right? And if I'm off or well, if someone think that I'm off, let me know in the chat. I just got to get this out. I think it's very important. So, as we see Cardi B, just to be real, she's lost when it comes to understanding who Christ is and what being anointed really means. I had to put that out there first. If she's being serious, I believe that. I think Cardi B is serious. I think she really feel what she's saying. So that's why I gotta be transparent and say that she is lost when it comes to understanding who Christ is and what being anointed really means. First and foremost, no disrespect to Cardi, but God do not bless unrighteousness. He just don't. Her success of making it as a rapper and being conformed to the world has nothing to do with God's blessings. I want people to understand that part, because, everybody out there know when it comes down to like the celebrities and certain rap, I talk against a lot because I know where it's leading people. Of course, in the past, I was in those positions, but I don't want to go to hell and I don't want to lead others to hell. So I have to be transparent and honest with people when it comes down to topics like this, because this is a celebrity saying something that could lead others to hell if they think the same way. And also, I'm hoping maybe this could get to Cardi and she could find this information out herself and see, okay, I was wrong. right? But we got to understand and remember when it come down to that part right there. When you're rapping and you're not rapping for God, or creating and not creating for God, that means that you're conformed to the world. You have not transformed yet. You're conformed to the world. That's not someone who is blessed by God. We got to understand that. And also, if you understand scripture, the devil can give you success in this world as well. You see a lot of celebrities and artists get on stage after getting their award and always say, I thank God, I thank God. When really, God may not have had no part to that. Do we not? This is why I say for people who don't understand scripture, and I get it, we were all there at one point in time. I just hope that people are listening because we were all there, right? But every little thing that happens in our life is not always led by God. We are here because of God. But when we go into a direction of unrighteousness and something come that feel like a successful situation that happened from a good place, it doesn't mean that God bless you to have that. The devil could give you things as well. Right? That's why it's important to understand scripture and understand the word. You know, let me give you an example. You could go in Matthew and find this, the book of Matthew. When Jesus was fasting on a mountain, you know, the devil tried to give the world to Jesus, you know, because he knew at that time Jesus was weak, and the devil letting him know, I can give you food, water. See this world? I can give it all to you if you bow to me. If you turn to me. The devil tried to have Jesus go in his direction. But he didn't go for it. So the devil can take your soul and give you the riches of this world, on top, fame, all of that. And you got to remember, God don't care about fame. Fame is a boastful, prideful, egotistical thing. That's all of the devil. So saying God anointed me because he made me famous, that isn't God. That isn't God. So saying that you are anointed and blessed because of your success is one of the most false things I've ever heard out of her mouth. It don't add up. There's no scripture that equals what Cardi was saying. Now let's focus on the anointed part. We focus on the part of her saying, you know, hey, I'm blessed to be this top rapper by God, and you know, and everything like that. We broke that down. Let's break down the anointed part. She said, I'm anointed. So for the people who don't know, being anointed is to be chosen. It's to be chosen, blessed, and empowered by God for a specific reason involving the Holy Spirit. So that means whatever you are doing, you are leading people to God. You're giving the word of God. because God is moving through you. Everything that you do have to do with God. Everything. Nothing that you do is about this world. It's all about God. Jesus was anointed. He came to this earth and everything was about God. Everything was about the faith. He was anointed. You have some pastors that are anointed. You have people out here that are speaking about the faith every day, all day. They're anointed. Cardi living the way that she's living her life, that's not being anointed. It don't add up. And I just want people to understand that, because she's off. She's off with that one. You know, there's nothing that's coming out of her mouth, you know, on those raps, you know, or even these videos like this that she showcased, you know, that's leading anyone to God. I mean, to be real, Cardi's being led by someone, but I am 99.999% positive that God is not the father she is following. I think by now we know who that is. And it's not God. And I'm going to leave it there, man. I'm going to leave it there. You know, we got to pray for Cardi. We really do. We got to pray for her because she say some wild things. Cardi say some very, very wild things. And we need to pray for this person, this individual, this woman. Straight up. All right, I'm gonna read a couple of chat really quick. We got a little bit more chat. And I like I said, I appreciate y'all coming to the chat and expressing, you know, your thoughts and everything. And I always want to make sure I get to read the chat. So we on the same page. All right, Rana Ambrose. Cardi B is gifted with charisma, but God does give gifts. It's just if you use them for his glory or not. Facts, man. That's facts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she would have said, like, God gave me this gift that's different. She didn't say that. She said that she was chosen. She's anointed. God made her this top rapper. Like she was saying the wrong things. If she would have just said, God giving me this gift to be able to use the instrument in my body at a high level, all right, you still not doing what God may want you to do with it, but I could see that he giving you that gift. Is nothing wrong with you saying that. She just went further than that. She went further than that, you know. All right, Mia Davis. Honestly, I have no words. Just pray for her. Clearly heavy on the carnal mind. Facts. That's what I say all the time about a lot of these individuals. We got to pray for them. You know, that's what this podcast is about, man. Besides interviews and transformational stories and things like that, it's to do these live streams and talk about these situations. And after we talk about them, hey, pray for these people, man. Pray for these people because they lost. They're lost. You know? They're lost. So we definitely got to pray for them. I don't think it's no surprise that Cardi has been showing signs of, you know, her being very lost, you know. Yeah. Sad. Okay, Alicia Gibson. She's low on the vibration scale. I can't stand these famous people. Oh, man. I got to show support to the chat, you know. Hey, I mean, when you put information out there like what Cardi put out there, it's fair game. You got to take what comes with it, you know. So Appreciate the comment, Alicia. Carla Rojos, Cardi anointed herself. You can't claim the anointing while glorifying a lifestyle that contradicts everything Jesus stood. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. You are so on point, Carla. So on point. So on point. Again, Cardi anointed herself. You can't claim the anointing while glorifying a lifestyle that contradicts everything Jesus stood for. Woo! Wow. Powerful. Powerful. Love it, Carla. Love it. All right, Sherry Helen, she should be quiet because it screams lack of knowledge and lack of wisdom. I pray her eyes are open to Yah's truth before it's too late. Man, I love y'all in the chat, man. Yeah, I love y'all. Y'all, I thought that nobody else was gonna be in the chat after, me going a whole hour doing the stream on mute. I thought that a lot of y'all wasn't gonna be rocking with your boy, but a lot of y'all are still here, so I appreciate that. I had one more topic about Marvin Sapp. We're not gonna go into it. At the end of the day, it was just kind of like me just touching on some stuff that came out in regards to a topic we already talked about, and stuff like that. When it comes down to the $100 winner, I don't know why, but nobody put any answers in the chat at all. A lot of people were in the chat. A lot of questions, a lot of people talking in the chat and everything like that. So a lot of people were there in the chat. And I appreciate we broke a lot of those topics we did go over down, and a lot of you were communicating with your boy and said some amazing things. So y'all were all participating, but nobody had the answer for the question. So hey, every live stream I do, I'm gonna give the opportunity for someone to win $100. So hey, the next live stream, I'll have maybe the same question, maybe a different one, and then we'll go from there. I really want someone to win. So yeah, we'll go from there. I think the game started at 4:30. I missed the game. Hopefully I get to catch at least the third, fourth quarter. I don't know. But yeah, got to go check out this Lakers-Dallas game. Luka went back home. But look at where I'm at. I'm here with you all. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so crazy too? The majority of the chat today was ladies. Was the women, was the ladies. Usually it's men. I think the men are watching the Lakers-Dallas game. Oh man. Hey, I love you all, man. I love you all, and I appreciate you all. But I got to get out of here, man. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. Thank you for everybody who didn't leave and stuck with your boy or came back when I was on mute for an hour. Man, thank you to all of you, all right? Man, it's your boy, Paul P. I love you all. I'm out of here. Deuces.